Cassie.
I'm John.
I'm Navneet.
And welcome to The Cooking Show!
Hi, I'm Cassie. This is Johnny Boy, Navneet. Today we're making bath bombs, which you can put in your bathtub and it creates a reaction where it changes the color of the water as it's fizzing up and creates an awesome scent. So let's have John tell us the ingredients.
Alright, what you're going to need to make bath bombs today, we're going to be using baking soda, cornstarch, castor oil, citric acid, and then things you can use that are optional will be the essential oils for scent, and then the color, the food dye. Today we're going to be using purple, green, blue, and pink.
Okay.
And Epsom salt.
We've already mixed the dry ingredients, which is half a cup of baking soda, 1/4 cup of citric acid, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and 1/4 cup of Epsom salt.
So now we're going to be doing the liquid ingredients. So what you need is 3 teaspoons castor oil. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So then you're going to do 1 tablespoon of the essential oil scent that you want. I'm going to be using Caribbean Breeze.
Caribbean.
Same thing. And you need 1 tablespoon of that. Okay. Smells really good. So then you want to add 1 tablespoon of water. So we're going to come over to the sink. And then you add whatever color you want. So we're going to be using purple. So you want to shake it a bit. And then you just add a few drops. And then you whisk. And you keep whisking. And it gets really annoying, but you keep whisking.
Now that it looks like a homogeneous mixture, we can slowly add it into the dry ingredients.
I'll start whisking off.
You want to make sure that you slowly add it in so that way it doesn't react while in the bowl.
What's that pouring? You want to add just a little by little bit. A little bit of foaming is okay, but make sure you just stir it up. After you finish whisking, here's what it should look like. This is going to be the consistency. It'll feel just like sand that you would find at the beach, and that should be the desired
Texture.
The desired texture for the mold. Alright, now we are going to use Easter eggs to put these in there and to shape them instead of, since this is the closest thing we have to ball shaped things. When you put the solution into the egg, you want to make sure you pack it down so there's not really any air bubbles in here. It will expand, so don't put it all the way, and then do the exact same to the other half. Make sure you pack it down, get all the air bubbles out. Just a little more. Alright, I'm going to say that's good. Seal this up. Alright. Now you can leave these out at room temperature for about 5 hours so it'll consolidate into the desired shape. But just to speed it up, we're gonna put it in a baggie and then we're gonna put it in the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour long. Help that consolidate much faster. Alright. And now we're just gonna keep filling up all these eggs with the solution that we've made.
Okay, so this is how it looks, and you put it in, and it'll go. It takes a while for it to go all the way, but it smells so good. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but the water is actually turning purple.
In the end, just basically that. That's all it is.
So basically why this works is it's an acid-base solution in a way. The citric acid, when it mixes with the water, it starts to fizz up. And that's why we had to add in the liquids gradually so it wouldn't start fizzing ahead of time. The first couple batches that we did, we've had too much water, so and like with the baking soda and everything, it started expanding before we could put it in the freezer so it could like consolidate and everything. The cornstarch works as a binding agent, so that way everything is together. And the baking soda also helps with the citric acid to react with the water.
This is basically between the baking soda and the citric acid is like a vinegar and baking soda volcano, where the acidic vinegar reacts with the sodium bicarbonate so that it creates that fizzing reaction. And that's basically what's happening in the bath bomb, and like Cassie said, the cornstarch just keeps it all together so that the bath bomb can...
Citric acid and sodium bicarbonate alone, mixed together, don't do anything. This is because water has to be present in order for them to react.
So basically what happened was an acid-base reaction where the citric acid and the baking soda, which this is the acid and this is the base, were reacting when mixed with water due to effervescence, which made it fizz. And so that's what made the reaction occur.
That's the show!
Chemistry! Power of chemistry.